Coming soon in Season 2 of The Soul of Life on February 19th.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
Today on The Soul of Life, I speak with the former owner of the storied Dutchman recording studio in Seattle.
Kurt Cobain had actually referred to the Dutchman as the grungiest place in Seattle.
Gary Mula's love for music and love for people shines through the gloomy weather so typical in the Northwest.
Everybody has a different way of finding meaning in their life. When I found music, it kind of everything was answered.
Finding this groove in life wasn't a sure shot for Gary.
My father, right out of high school, day out of high school, he's like, well, why don't you come to work with me? Because we got to make some money. So I started doing drywall.
Gary's story speaks to anyone who wants to follow their passion for the arts. He knows it ain't easy.
I remember liking it to being on a fast-moving train, and you want to be on this train instead of the one you're on, and having to find a way to straddle to the other train and make the leap.
I asked Gary what it's like to be at the console when artists share their music with him.
The reason that I decided to call myself a producer was that I realized I couldn't just keep my mouth shut. And it wasn't good for me to keep my mouth shut. I wasn't honoring the artist or the music if I was.
How does he know when to push someone for more and when to back off?
Sometimes with bands, everything's flowing. There's no conflict. And then other times you have to fight for an idea.
Gary talks about a trend he's seeing in his music community of people giving up drinking and where he draws the line on drugs in a profession that research says is at high risk for substance abuse.
Nirvana, when they showed up, because they were going to be there for a few weeks, I actually had them sign some, like a little, I want you to be responsible. And really, Kurt, just kind of stood and looked at the floor a lot.
And I asked Gary about his favorite recording artists and the music that he's listening to during the last year. Of course, we also get to talk about studio equipment and some of Gary's favorite gear.
Essentially, every mic has to go to the right voice.
You're like the guy at Ollivander's in Harry Potter that sort of finds the right wand for the wizard or something. I've got a mic for you. Welcome to The Soul of Life. I'm Keith Miller. This is episode 3 of season 2, the grungiest music studio in Seattle.
I never wanted to be a priest.
Never know what to expect down here. That's the only solid fact. Guess I'd rather be on vacation. Guess I haven't got the education. I don't really have an explanation. 'Cause you're chasing a hurricane.